Good morning and welcome. It's Wednesday the 19th of March and it's 08:32 hours, and what I wanted to do is to point out these clouds. Well, they're not clouds, well, they're geoengineered, okay, because they're not natural. You can see the wispy nature of them, and you can also see a contrail just going across, sorry, that's a chemtrail, sorry, just going across there, which is different. And this was earlier today, this morning. They obviously went right across the sky, and you can see how they now span out, okay? So these are not natural clouds, whether it's to do with the aerosol or whether it's to do with what we call cloud seeding. But the point I'm trying to make here, as well as seeing obviously a contrail, not a chemtrail just there, that this has been going on for decades, and only when you look up can you clearly see the difference between a contrail, which I just pointed out a moment ago, and then these geoengineered chemtrails. Now, if I'm not mistaken, you can see just below the sun there's actually one going on across the sky there, but these clouds are not normal. Oh, there's a contrail, see, look, you can see it yourself. That's a contrail, not a chemtrail or geoengineered. So these are not natural. In fact, there's another contrail which is just there, and you can see it disappearing around about 10 seconds afterwards. But these clouds are not normal. They're not clouds as in the sense of how they normally are produced with high, low pressure and so on, and cool, warm air coming together, but these have been geoengineered. And not a surprise to cover where the sun is, but you can see the wispy nature of them. Yeah, not natural at all, but for many people who have never truly looked up and seen it, look, I can see 1, 2, 3 contrails, not chemtrails, contrails right across there. And there's another contrail there. But can you see what I'm looking at? So all this here is geoengineered, and obviously it will affect the temperature on this planet. I believe Bill Gates was given the rights to block out the sun, but again, do your own due diligence on this. So why do they do this? Well, a lot of it is obviously down to the CO2 agenda, net zero. And I also believe, and this is just my opinion, and certainly last year we had a really poor summer in northwest England, and maybe I was able to expose 60% of my body to the sun, and I didn't manage to tan last year because normally I go partially brown and you can see the usual tide marks around the usual areas, but last year I wasn't able to, and obviously I'm taking supplementation D3 with K2. I started doing it because obviously there was no sun, couldn't get any sun, and it's because of these geoengineered clouds, I believe. And of course it affects then the farmers, and of course the big push with the silliness, I'm going to be polite on this channel, that goes on within government to bring down farming, and then of course BlackRock steps in and they'll be buying up the farms in the UK. Again, the information's there for you to find out, and a part of me again is just saddened that people don't look up and can't see what's going on. It's right in front of their eyes. But this is not normal. These clouds are not normal, right? These wispy natured clouds, they have been completely and utterly geoengineered. And beautifully, exactly on time, next to a contrail is a chemtrail. So just above that one, there's a chemtrail right across the sky there. Okay, so how come you can see, well, we've seen about 3 or 4 contrails which disappear round about 10 seconds after, and then you get the other ones like this one going right across the sky and always around the sun. So again, it's an invite for you guys to look up and see and start talking to people, have the conversations. And if you do, which I have done, write to your MP and ask them, can we have a conversation about geoengineering? Because to me, it is a crime. One of the reasons why it's a crime, as well as them choosing to stop the sunlight on planet Earth, are the chemicals that are actually in there. Barium, strontium, aluminium we know about, other microplastics, other crap that they use. And it is toxic. And it might not quite be falling on us here, but it's landing somewhere else. And it is wrong. So please, people, start to look up, start to have the conversation. And again, I'm just shocked. When it's on the radar, you can't unsee it because it's there, So, and yet, all we can do, I suppose, is talk about it, become a voice, and then start really talking to the people that may be in positions of so-called power to do something about it. But sadly, or shortly, then you'll be able to see other cloud formations, which you see as more natural, which has come about because of this seeding, because of this spraying right across. Anyway, as always, my love and blessing over to you. Bye for now.